On the 23rd of November, we are going to have a full moon in the zodiac sign of Gemini. I will tell you exactly why this full moon is going to be different, and I will tell you exactly why this full moon is actually going to be quite significant, because it is all going to be about our own personal power, our own personal energy, our own personal synergy, and it's also going to be a lot about our own personal power when it comes to our way of thinking, when it comes to our words. Our words are going to become very powerful when it comes to this full moon on the 23rd of November, which is going to be in the zodiac sign of Gemini. Our social relationships and our relationships in general are going to be quite highlighted areas. So this is where we are going to need to kind of pay attention to. But when I say this is when we're going to need to pay attention to, when it happens that when we have such a significant full moon in the zodiac sign of Gemini, it means that we are going to also realize certain things, and also certain things are going to be highlighted that haven't been highlighted before, and that there are new ideas that are going to come through. The new energy is going to bring new ideas, and these ideas are about to bring balance into those areas of our lives where we just didn't simply know what to do. It was going to bring a balance into those areas of our life where we were just kind of stuck, and it's also going to bring a balance into those areas of our life where we simply didn't know what to do next, where we felt completely stuck, and when we felt like, oh my God, there is no any other way out. And especially when it comes to us losing our confidence, when it comes to us losing our self-esteem, when it comes to us losing our power. These are all the energies that are very, very essential indeed when it comes to us, when it comes to our success, when it comes to our progress. And this is why the Gemini full moon is going to be significant, because it's not only about, highlighting the social relationships and making our words powerful, which I'm going to talk about it in just a couple of minutes or so, but it's a lot to do with the actual highlighting those areas in our lives where we just kind of lost track with where we are actually going to. It is not always about, keep on focusing on certain things in life, because it all depends on our spiritual journeys. It all depends on our personal spiritual journeys. Sometimes we can focus a lot towards certain pinpoints, in our lives, towards certain points, towards certain destinations in our life. But as we go, we progress. As we go, we learn new things. As we go, we find out new things about ourselves, about our lives, about our spiritual journey. And as we grow, we are changing, and the way we are changing, this is the key to everything that is actually going on in our lives right now, and everything that is going to be very significant to us when it comes to our nearest future, when it comes to our future, when we focus on things that we want to do. But necessarily, no, it's not always that it stays like that. Because of our personal spiritual journeys, things are changing. So by the time we get to the point where we wanted to get in life, the things changed so much, the things moved on, and then by the time we get where we wanted to get, we just realized that this is not the ground where we want to be on. This is not the place where we want to find ourselves at. This is something that we kind of already moved on from subconsciously in our mind without even realizing. And beautiful, gorgeous Gemini energy. Gemini energy is very sharp. On one hand, it's very sharp, it's very powerful, it's very smart, it's very intelligent, but on another hand, it's also very social, very beautiful, very open-minded, very funny, very friendly, very interesting. And when you get all these beautiful energies together, when you mix all this together, you get something so wonderful. But especially when it comes to us finding out new things about our own personal spiritual journey. Because what happens with Gemini full moon is always going to bring something with a little element of surprise. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what we need exactly. We need a little bit of we need some kind of elements of surprise in our lives, especially when it comes to those areas in our life where we are kind of focusing on. If we are focusing on our career and things like that, or if we are focusing on our education, if we are retired, for example, and then we are focusing on other things in life. The Gemini is all about bringing this new realization that comes with with some kind of element of surprise, and that element of surprise is actually going to be really nice key to it, because surprise in general is a very good and very powerful energy. Surprise, it's the actual surprise when we get surprised in a positive way. Of course, like in an interesting way, this all brings really nice things towards us that makes us think, you know. But then on another hand, it keeps us going, you know, it keeps us going, and it reveals a whole new door to us, the whole new door for us. But it's just so much to do with what we do now, so much to do with what's going on in our lives now. So that's why I'm saying that the Gemini is just going to show us completely different side to things as well at the same time. It is going to be almost like a little vision that we are going to have. It's all about this particular vision that we are going to have on this new moon in Gemini, which is going to happen on the 23rd of November 2018. And that new vision that we are going to have, it's going to be so much connected to what we have done so far, which is what I said. But it's very, very important to also think how far, this is huge. Gemini new moon is huge because it's we're going to go in a really thinking mode. But when I said before, because the Gemini has got a really beautiful balance, it is not only like a hermit mode, like a thinking mode, where we have to like withdraw ourselves from the situation and just step back for a little while and, you know, just try to rediscover ourselves, rediscover our feelings, rediscover our thoughts, you know. When it comes to the actual Gemini, you see Gemini comes with a really beautiful balance, and that balance the Gemini is going to bring is just going to kind of shed a light on so many different areas of our lives that actually have got so much to do with them, about them, but it's just only about us. It is the realization that it's going to be boom, 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 and the realization that it's going to be like boom, boom, boom. It's going to be so much to do with how we can change our lives so much, but we don't really need to do much. How we can change our lives, certain areas and certain elements of our life. It is just all about looking at the things, you know, from a slightly different angle. So this is all what this actually Gemini full moon is going to be about. Not only looking at the things from a different angle, but it's just all the different possibilities and prospects that are actually going to reveal themselves to us. And this is why we need to really pay attention to. I cannot stress enough how important this is, because this is a lot to do with our own passion. This is a lot to do with our direction in life. This is all to do with our general happiness in life and how we want our life to be. Did we miss something out? Did we forget about certain things? Are we on the right track? Are we on the right journey? What to do next? What do I need to do in my life to make my life more interesting? Am I really happy doing what am I doing? It's just all this confusion that we might have had, or that we have every now and then, which is completely normal, is just going to come on top, okay? But what else? The main part of the Gemini power, magic flower. This is what Gemini is, okay? A huge, beautiful power. Power, pure power with our mind, power with our words, power with our way of thinking, power with our energy, power with our what we say, power with what where we look towards at. Everything is going to be highlighted like there is no tomorrow. But let me tell you something. Okay, the point, really important point of this Gemini full moon on the 23rd of November is, please just take it, you know, try to take some time out. Not the whole day. You don't need to be off the whole day or something like that, but try to like maybe when you get back home, if you're working, for example, try to like go somewhere into the area, into the house where you feel like, for example, really good energy. If it's not in the house, if it's not in the home, maybe you can go outside and find some kind of place in the nature. It all depends. Wherever you feel really spiritual, wherever you feel really calm, wherever you feel really positive, wherever you feel a really positive energy, indeed, this is going to be the absolutely perfect area for you to spend just a little bit of time, a little tiny bit of time on the 23rd of November. And this is again what I need you to do. I would just like to kind of just to sit down, just relax a little bit, and just try to like maybe take a little candle again. I told you the power of the candle is so important indeed. The flame on the candle is also also representing the flame and the power and the passion within you. Flame and the power and the passion within us. Therefore, when we are holding a candle and are just thinking about something, you know, this flame is us. We are this flame, and the power within us is growing and growing and growing. And by the time when we finish, like what we were thinking about, what we were focusing on, because this is what I need you to do. I need you to sit down. I need you to chill out for like about 5 minutes. Take a little lighter, take a little matches, you know, light the candle, and as you're lighting the candle, just repeat the words of the really powerful affirmations or really powerful mantra that I'm actually going to say now. Okay, I celebrate my hard work and the maps I create for my personal journey. They serve my inner strength and vision. Okay, this is the mantra I need you to do, and this is the mantra I need you to repeat. I'm going to say it again. Okay, when you find a little space somewhere, a little place somewhere in the home or somewhere outside, wherever you're relaxed, wherever you're at, you can chill out a little bit, wherever you feel the beautiful positive energy, wherever you can like escape from a certain daily negativities, maybe if you may go through and things like that, wherever you find like a sacred area, you need to sit down on the full moon, on the 23rd of November, full moon in Gemini, take a candle, light the candle, and make this beautiful connection. And even before you light the candle, just start like a deep breathing and exercising like slowly, you know, relax yourself and ground yourself, relax yourself and ground yourself. And once you feel relaxed and ground, then you take a lighter and matches, light the candle, look into the flame, make a connection with this flame. It's very powerful. It is going to make you feel very powerful. As I said, this is connection with you. This is you. This is your power. This is your magic fire. This is your magic candle, and it also represents the passion within you, the fire within you. As soon as you're lighting the candle, you're making a very strong connection. At the same time, you're like saying hello to the beautiful new moon in Gemini, and also hello to the actual universe, which by the end of this, you're just going to send your message to the universe. So as you're lighting the candle, I'm going to repeat the affirmation. Just relax, chill out. I celebrate my hard work and the maps I create for my personal journey. They serve my inner strength and vision. Okay, I celebrate my hard work and the maps I create for my personal journey. They serve my inner strength and vision. Okay, and you can repeat this as many times as you like. You can say this really loud, and you can just read this in your mind, but I would really suggest to say these words really loud, to keep on repeating these words at least a few times until you actually feel the connection, until you actually feel this power, until you actually feel this amazing magic in your life, because this is exactly what you are doing. And Gemini is about to bring you an amazing balance. And that balance, what is this balance going to do? Beautiful candle. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, and at the end you see, when you're finished with the ritual, of course, when you're finished with the candle, you just simply like put out the candle. You can maybe wet your fingers beforehand and put it out, or maybe you can just don't blow it. I don't like when the candle is blown when we do things like this. When you do like some kind of birthday celebrations and things like that, you make a wish and you blow the candle. That's taken from paganism as well, but that doesn't really matter. It's just that I'm saying that when you actually do like things like this, like a ritual things, I prefer when you do it without blowing the actual candle. So you wet your fingers and you put your candle out, and then when you're back into the house again, into the place again, then you can relight the candle as many times as you like until the candle burns until the end. And every time when you relight the candle, even if it's not a full moon anymore, it doesn't matter. Even if it takes you a week after that to do this, it doesn't matter. If it takes you 2 weeks to do after this, it doesn't matter. As long as you start this on this full moon, okay, it's going to be absolutely fine. And even if you do it like 3 days earlier on the full moon and 3 days later, the energy is still going to be very magical. The energy is still going to be very powerful, and the energy is still going to be attached pretty much so to this amazing full moon in Gemini. And also what I would advise to do, just try to take like a slightly smaller candles, maybe tea light, because they will burn pretty quickly, or like a half smaller candle, half thinner candle, because if the candle can burn until the end while you're in the room, that would be fantastic, that would be brilliant. Or even within the next couple of days, it doesn't matter, as long as you make sure that these candles burn until the end. And do not leave the candle to burn overnight. Do not ever leave the candle burn overnight, because somebody asked me about this, and I'm just saying do not do this. Okay, so just make sure sure, only if you are in the room, you let the candle go in. And what this is going to do, I didn't forget what this is going to do when we do the actual full moon in Gemini affirmation, full moon in Gemini mantra, full moon in Gemini ritual. This is going to be very, very powerful, very powerful. While you're lighting the candle and while you're doing this ritual, once you're finished with your affirmations, say affirmations a few times and then think, okay? This is going to be the perfect time to actually think about those areas in your life that you would like to change, those areas in your life that are bothering you, those areas in your life that you are not happy with, those areas in your life that you would like really to have some kind of progress, those areas in your life that you would like to completely change. They could be absolutely anything. They could be love, they could be emotions, they could be like a business, they could be money, they could be finances, they could be the lifestyle change, they could be maybe fighting against some kind of addictions, maybe there will be healing, maybe there will be health. It could be absolutely anything, as long as it's positive and as long as it's good and as long as it's like a really positive and good and as long as it's to do with you and to do with your own personal journey and to do with your own personal achievements and personal things in life that you would like to change. You know why this is going to be so significant. You know why this is going to be so powerful. This is going to be very significant and powerful because whatever you think about, whatever you focus on, whatever you put your energy towards, whatever you direct your energy towards, this is going to play a big time. Whatever you're doing now on the 23rd of November, in exactly 6 months time from now on, this is going to start manifesting itself. This is going to start changing itself. This is going to start becoming better and this is going to start changing its direction slightly if you wanted the directions to actually change. And this is also going to be very significant because this time on the 23rd of November, it's ridiculously fertile time when it comes to our affirmations, when it comes to our mantra, when it comes to our personal power to actually manifest. These last 3 months, October, November and December 2018 are all very significant and very strong indeed when it comes to our own personal manifestation with our mind, with our power. When it comes to manifestation for things that we need to help us out, these 3 months are going to be very, very strong, and these 3 months are very strong. So this is what I need you to do. What would you like to change? What would you like to kind of develop in a different way? What you really want out of your life? And then in 6 months time exactly, so we have 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are talking about it exactly at around the mid-May 2018 onwards. Is going to be very significant because this is the time when the things are going to start unfolding for you. This is the time when the things are going to start happening to you, and this is the time that is going to be probably one of the most significant time of your life when it comes to this year, when the year 2019, and when it comes to the actual progress of your life in general, because this is going to be followed by happiness, this is going to be followed by positivity, this is going to be followed by so much positive energy like there is no tomorrow. I'm not saying that every single thing is going to happen. No. Certain things are going to unfold completely amazingly and certain things are going to happen just like you wanted them to happen, but certain things that doesn't happen or they don't happen the way you wanted them to happen, this is also going to be very significant because this is going to be a very sacred journey indeed to you that is going to start manifesting and that is just going to start revealing to you, because those things that didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen when you were doing this actual candle ritual, then if those things that didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen, they will bring an element of something new, an element of something different, an element of some kind of surprise. But this is going to be really good because this is also going to be connected to the new directions. So however, there are new spiritual journeys, there are new journeys that are going to be connected to all those areas as well that maybe didn't happen the way you wanted wanted them to happen exactly, but it's going to be absolutely wonderful, because by then this is going to make a perfect sense to you indeed. And what else you can do, what else I would highly suggest to do with the candle, like once you finish like with once you do like a 3 or 4 times you say the affirmation that I say, then you're completely focusing on your life, you're thinking and you're focusing on your life, and you're thinking like, for example, what do you want to do, what would you like to change, what areas in your life you would like to focus on more, and things like that. Once you have like a finish mentally one by one, take a piece of paper. So okay, so let me just say this quickly once again. Okay, so once you get into the room, this is the ritual, this is the ritual, this is the ritual. Once you get into the room, you take a candle, as I said, you light the candle, and then you're going to look at the flame, and while you're looking at the flame, you're like just going to kind of keep on repeating the affirmation that I said. Maybe you will want to repeat this affirmation 7 times, 5 times, 2 times. It all depends what you feel spiritually connected to. It doesn't matter. It all depends on you and your particular spiritual journey. And then once you light the candle and once you repeat the affirmation, then I'm going to need you to chill out, put the candle in front of you and look at the flame, relax completely. As you are relaxing, just think about what would you like to change, think about all the bits and pieces. At the same time, I need you to take a little bit pen and I need you to take a paper, okay, and just write, number 1, this is what I want to happen. Number 2, this is what I want to change. Number 3, this is how I want things to happen. Number 4, this is what's important to me. Number 5, this is significant. Number 7, I didn't see any improvement. And whatever you write, 1, 2, 3, 4, like for example, number 1, I didn't see any improvement. And then you write a little line, okay, with my career, I would like to be more successful. Then number 2, I would like to move on, like maybe to a different job. Okay, I still didn't get a new job. I want to get a new job, like a banker, or I don't know, an actress or actor or something, you know, like just write down which job you would like to have. So be as specific as you can, be as detailed as you can. So maybe it will be 7 things you will write down, 8 things you will write down, 10 things you will write down, 12 things you will write down. Whatever you write down, write next to it how you want it to change. What would you like to change? What would you like to happen? Open yourself to the universe. Open yourselves to the spirit guides. Open yourselves to the angels. Open yourself. Open your energy so you can receive all this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. This is exactly what you are doing by being very, by pointing bits and pieces that are very tiny but very significant indeed. You know, to be very, very specific as possible. So if you write 10 things down, then you take, for example, once you have finished, the candle is still burning, for example, then you take that paper and then you just burn that paper. And as the paper is burning, another mantra and another affirmation I need you to do. As this paper is burning with the same candle, very important indeed. Have a little plate or something. As the candle is burning, okay, have a little plate here. Take a little bit of paper, light the paper, and as soon as you light the paper, just say daily affirmation. I'm sending my message to the universe. My message is about to happen. My message is about to manifest. This message will be very powerful and very, very sacred to me. Okay, this is exactly what I need you to do. And this affirmation, I need you to repeat, okay? I need you to repeat this affirmation while you're actually burning this paper. And this paper is going to burn in a few seconds. And as the paper is burning, which is going to happen really quickly, I just need you to visualize and manifest as the actual smoke is going away. Just visualize, manifest it, because this is what you're doing at the same time. As the smoke is going away, the smoke is going to the universe. As the smoke is going away, smoke is going to make the things happen for you. As the smoke is going away, smoke is about to open the new door for you. As the smoke is going away, the smoke is actually about to manifest the whole new dimension which is going to become available to you. And at the end, I said the candle, you can, like, if you leave the room, you just put it out with the fingers, for example, you wet them before, or if you're in the room, then you can just wait until the candle burn out. But if you leave the room, then just basically like put the candle out, and then when you come back, you just light it every time until it burns until the end. And what do you do with the paper, with the actual paper that's burnt? Remember, you have a little saucer, or you have like a little tray or something, hopefully, and then you can just basically take that, and I need you to go somewhere into the forest with that. Take that in a little bag or something, a little bit of paper. Actually, paper is much nicer than a bag. Plastic is not really good. When I say bag, I associate it with plastic, so that's not really good. So it's not a good energy. So like a paper is much better energy. So you can take it, put it on a little bit of paper, close it, and I need you to go somewhere outside. I need you to find a little bit of forest. I need you to find a little bit of garden. I need you to find a little bit of nature. We need nature for this to actually send this back into the universe, send this back into the nature, send this back into this beautiful abundant environment. So if you have a garden, big garden with like a soil ground, this is brilliant. Just go there and just basically take this paper with these ashes of the actual burnt paper, and then just take it in your hand, and then just like make a last connection with it, with your hand, with your energy. Take it in your hand and just get rid of it like this. Okay, just go with the wind, go with the flow, and bring the balance in my life. Okay, go with the energy, go with the flow, and bring the balance in my life. And this is going to be also very significant, because you're sending this into the universe. You're sending this back into the universe. You're sending this back into the nature. You're sending this back, and you're at the same time creating a new starting point for yourself. But this is so powerful. I cannot explain how significant this is going to be, because the Gemini has got a power of mind, just like a very similar to Scorpio, very deep, very powerful, but a slightly different, you see, because it's a slightly different energy and slightly different balance indeed. So when it comes to the actual Gemini, then this is the energy that is going to be absolutely wonderful, because it's just going to enhance all our senses. And on another hand, that is going to enhance our own personal power. You see, our connection with the universe is going to be very enhanced on one hand, just like it was with, like, for example, with the Scorpio. But on another hand, when it comes to the actual power of mind and the power of the actual words for the certain manifestations, when it comes to the certain areas in our lives that mean to us so much, but we just didn't know what to do, and we just weren't too sure which way to go, this is when the Gemini just steps in really brilliantly. This is a really fantastic, absolutely amazing ritual to do, because as I said, what we do now on the 23rd of November, on the full moon in Gemini, it is going to be from the mid-May 2019, when the things are going to start looking forward for us, when the things are going to start manifesting for us, when the things are going to start happening, and we're going to be able to feel this, we're going to be able to sense this, and this in itself is going to be a great, amazing, absolutely wonderful new starting points with, remember, wonderful, amazing elements of surprise, elements of something new. And this is exactly what we need in our lives. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my video. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.